What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. It is Saturday, the 3rd of January, 2015. Got to get used to saying 2015 now. Sorry, the report's a little late. Got in late. Haven't had any sleep, so I might be a little sluggish, but the show must go on. As always, first link below will take you over to the Blogspot post. That's where you can find all of these links I'm about to give you. Let's talk about AirAsia first off. AirAsia plane overshoots Calabo runway. Calabo, I'm not quite sure where that is, but another AirAsia plane runs off the runway. This came out on December 30. This, as the story comes out, first victim of AirAsia Flight 8501 identified, 8th body recovered. I hear there's recovered 30, 40 bodies up to this point. Still some discrepancy about where the plane is and if it's in one piece and all this. People are found strapped to seats, kind of... I don't know about that whole story. But anyway, firefighters find black box on still burning ferry. I think it's interesting that we had another ferry disaster. Remember when MH370 went down? It was right after that we had the South Korean ferry tip over. Now we had this plane go down and another ferry disaster. I don't know. It's probably not connected at all. But, you know, I just find that kind of interesting. Anyway, 4 dead in Kentucky plane crash. State police say this came out yesterday, January 2, Fox News. Not sure what's up with that. 7-year-old girl walked away unharmed, though. Right on. 3 children dead in Minnesota from flu outbreaks, says CDC. They admit their vaccine is not effective, yada yada. We told you about that weeks ago. Put a link to that. I got another one on flu. Flu outbreak now labeled epidemic as deaths mount. This is from KATU local media, December 30. Be advised. I got a couple more in the general bin. Obama decided if he would attend New York police officer's funeral. Definitely not. He definitely played to stay golf. In fact, he messed up someone's wedding. The next link will be to this Army couple moves wedding ceremony for president's golf outing. What a scumbag. You know, any president with some class would have said, you know what, I'll go play golf somewhere else. Let these 2 military members, they are, get married. Anyway, over to financial news. How the Dow Jones fared on Friday. Looks like the Dow was up 9 points, but ended the week down 220 points. Kind of a screwed up week for the Dow because you had New Year's right in there. So the Dow is back under 18,000, 17,832. Put a link to that cap data. Let's see. Is it Bacon? It's not Bacon. Bakken Club gets evacuated as oil plunge tests shale boom. This is up North Dakota. A club which once charged membership fees upwards of $25,000 is now evicted. I'm sorry, did I say evacuated? I mean evicted because of the shale boom going crash because of oil prices. It's not going to come without a price. Anyway, enjoy those low oil prices while they last. Who knows what this year is going to bring. Be advised, if you are a Sony customer, hackers claim to have hacked Sony PlayStation personal data of 13,000 gamers. This from We Are Change on December 29. If you have an account with them, you want to check on that. Meanwhile, speaking of Sony, they are about to get sued for pirating music in The Interview. The movie The Interview, apparently they were pirating some music they didn't have permission to use. Isn't that ironic? What else we got here? Obama's top advisor says he will shut down Department of Homeland Security if Republicans limit funding for executive amnesty. Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. I'll put a link to that anyway. And one more in the financial bin. $2.6 billion welfare payment that the U.S. government gives to Walmart. Over to New World Order and Police State News now. We got man shot and killed in confrontation with Thule deputy. I believe this is out of Utah. This man apparently called for medical assistance, ended up getting killed by a deputy. Very strange story. I'll put a link to that. White cop kills off-duty black cop in Harlem. This is actually an old story from 2009, but somebody was asking me, I don't know if it was on YouTube or Facebook, somewhere else, what would happen if one of these cops killed another cop? Well, that story's for you, whoever was asking for that. We got New York man detained and choked and thrown to the ground by NYPD for dancing in the street. December 29 from the Free Thought Project. Put a link to that. Also got another one from them. Whistleblower cops calls out corruption in her department. Naturally, she's fired for it. December 31. Let's see what else we got here. Death of mentally ill Cleveland woman in police restraint ruled a homicide. Let's see, this is out of Cleveland on January 2. This is being reported by Al Jazeera. That's interesting. And Stars and Stripes has this. DA says California police officers justified in killing mentally ill Army vet. This come out December 31. So more protest to come in 2015, I imagine. Over to World War III news. We got U.S. armed rebels gave TOW missiles to Al-Qaeda. U.S. armed rebels gave TOW missiles to Al-Qaeda. Okay, so we're arming Al-Qaeda even more. December 28, We Are Change. Be advised, Obama wants group with ties to 93 and 01 WTC attacks removed from terror list. Why would that be? Maybe because they're all in on it together. BBC News has this Sony cyber attack. North Korea faces new sanction. I saw this big breaking news banner yesterday talking about new sanctions on North Korea. Well, wait a minute. I thought North Korea had nothing to do with it. In fact, the next link I will give you says it wasn't North Korea or Russia at all. Sony hack perpetrator said to be laid off disgruntled employee. This from We Are Change, December 31. So why are we messing with North Korea? RT has this: Afghanistan against U.S. plans to transfer military gear to Ukraine. This come out December 27. And one more in the World War III bin: China can soon target U.S. with sea-based nuclear weapons. Over to Earth changes in 2012 news now. Looks like we haven't had any big quakes in the past week. The last big one actually wasn't very big, 3.9, 12:30, and then back on 12:21 and 12:08. I'll put this link from USGS. Big quakes listed on the left, small quakes on the right. A lot of small quakes going on. I've had a 5.0 out of Indonesia on 1.3, another one out of Alaska, 4.9. I'll put this link, great resource to check for updated quake information. Mysterious boom in Lazarine County, I believe that's in Pennsylvania, January 1. So more mysterious booms into 2015. We got bright meteor in our skies Monday evening. I believe this was reported all over the northeastern United States. They were seeing fireballs in the sky. I put a link to that. That was on the 29th. Another one on the 29th out of Southern California. What was that object in the sky? Twitter users think it's a falling star. December 29, 2014. So be advised. More things flying through the atmosphere. We got couple survives. Avalanche catches it on camera. Right on December 30 from Hawaii News Now. And one more. We got Pope Francis' edict on climate change will anger deniers and U.S. churches. So I guess the Pope is getting into climate change, the business of climate change. Okay, over to strange and bizarre news now. We got Florida man charged with decapitating his mother with an axe. This came out 2 days ago. We got more axe attacks. Boy, 2 years old, accidentally shoots and kills his mother in Idaho Walmart. However, did he get his hands on a gun? I think he reached into her purse. I'll put a link to it. German is stabbed in the back by a Muslim after wishing him and two Muslim women Merry Christmas. This on December 26. We don't celebrate Christmas, Durga Allah. What's this madness coming to in the world? Manhunt for suspect reportedly rammed girlfriend into gas pump with truck in New Jersey. Be advised, gas station doom in New Jersey. 51 years after the wreck, 7-inch car part found in man's arm. 51 years ago, he was involved in a car accident, and they just found a car part in his arm. Very strange indeed. And one more in the bin. Girlfriend of man shot by Idaho police in Walmart dies in crash. I believe this was the girlfriend of John Crawford was his name. Go figure. For all of the news, please check my favorite videos. I have favorited lots of videos over the past week. Thank you to everybody who puts out content, keeping me and everyone else informed. At least pull it up, check over the titles, see if there's anything over there you don't know about. Got some shout-outs this week. Shout-out to police stop brutalizing protesters when armed citizens show up to support John Crawford rally. Speaking of John Crawford, shout-out to the armed protesters that showed up. Right on. Shout-out to the people down in Florida. The crowd forms a human shield to protect man police try to arrest for smoking marijuana. Right on. Shout-out to people standing up all over the place, even in Mexico. Put a link to this. Here are the murderers. Mexico protesters storm and graffiti military base. December 27 from RT. Shout out to people all around the earth who are standing up to oppression. Much love to everybody who are standing up and saying, no, we're not going to comply. We're not going to take this crap anymore. It's a good thing, in my opinion. It's a good thing to see people standing up. That's all I got, guys. If you like the report, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you think it sucked. It's the worst of YouTube. You never want to see it again. Please rate, though. It helps it move around. You can also follow me on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter for live show alerts, breaking news alerts, new upload alerts. Always posted over there as soon as they're up. Another week of madness to come. Next week, I'm sure what's going to happen with the Dow and the oil prices and the North Koreas and going to find the plane crash. Man, just madness. Please tell me your thoughts on all this. Everybody, please take care. Stay safe. I will see you on the next one.